Thank you for Add Astro. Yoo-hoo! Time to shine! Our bond is strong! Committed to memory! Converge!
How would you like to experience the thrill of never being held accountable for your actions? You could crush people like, believe me, such a life is but one small step away.
What point is he trying to make? Freedom? But the freedom to kill? Why would you offer me that?
The creation of a world is the ultimate scientific experiment. I have taken my research to the highest level, where I shall be not just a god, but also a servant to many sacred spirits. A god's laboratory is the perfect playground, but it needs the right occupant to explore its full potential. Mortals are found everywhere one looks. Not so with Descenders. I'd prefer my first guest to be a distinguished individual such as yourself. And I know you could make the most of the
So the condition for entering the new world is to take innocent lives. The same dilemma that Rerir once faced. Could I really bring myself to kill others for my own benefit? Rerir did. And look...
Have you made up your mind?
I can't do it. Your playground is no place for me. You're putting your hopes in the wrong person. But we both know I'm not quite the hero you say I am either. I have my own reasons for the journey I'm on.
You've grown a lot since we last met, but there are still things you are unwilling to compromise on. Why don't I lower my requirements a little as a gesture of goodwill? I'll give you a little time.
I really doubt I could live that sort of life.
And yet you already sound less defiant than a moment ago. The benefits appeal to you because you can read the signs of the times. Why don't we return to my research facility? Your last visit was so rushed. Now to that question,
Heroes don't attack from behind. Guess I'm no hero.
This is most disappointing.
You're still gonna call me Hat Guy after that, huh? I didn't see anyone else in there who needed saving. It's nothing. I'll be fine. Why are you looking at me like that? Is it that shocking that I'd come to your rescue? I owed you a favor back in Sumeru. Now we're even. Distracting Dotori was tough. I won't lie. He's not gonna fall for the same trick twice. That was my one shot. Ugh. I never wanted to obliterate someone. Dotori doesn't recognize me. But his segments were originally made based on an analysis of my operational principles. I expect it's only a matter of time before he figures out what—
So Dotori doesn't recognize Wanderer because he deleted himself from Ermic. Did he really miss his only chance for revenge by saving me?
Why the long face? Hey, I'm not blaming you, okay? And I'm not complaining either. Rescuing you and killing Dotori are equally important goals. Everyone would be pretty stuck without you. It's best you live to fight another day.
How are you holding up? Are you alright? Hat Guy said to put safety first, so we agreed to run as far away as we could after leaving the energy field, and oh—
You don't look injured. It seems that Dotori did—
All right. Rescue operation complete. Let's head back. There's a lot more work to be done before—
Understood. I will bear the Tsaritsa's degree in mind. I don't see what's so awesome about it, though. Does he really think everyone else is as immature as him? I'm not
I thought you might say that. How's your progress?
quite promising, actually. Remember how I asked you to look up some files for me? That stuff on the Nachtschitzenkreuz Institute. Rene de Petrichor and Jakob Elangiotan despised Rene's theories and methods, but he never managed to come up with better alternatives either.
I thought Alain was like a father to you. He and Rene were mortal enemies, were they not?
And what would you say if Lenny and his friends one day learned something useful from someone you utterly detested?
I would applaud them for it. That would mean that they have surpassed me.
For all we know, Alain Giltan might have thought the same thing. Not that it matters, though. Once you die, it doesn't matter how great you were in life. Only the living get to decide what happens next.
Hey, come on out. They're back.
Huh? You're back? And your head's still screwed on? And you still have all your limbs?
What does it look like? Way to keep your composure, madam.
Excuse you. I am perfectly composed.
Glad you're okay. Yes, it's a huge relief.
Worry? Oh, yeah, right. You think we, the Fatui, were worried about you?
We were worried sick.
Hey!
The Traveler and I were already friends. You are free to join this mission in whatever capacity you please. Much like your tea parties.
It's a laugh a minute with you guys.
I must say, I was quite surprised when Mr. Albedo told me.
We discussed this on our way back as well. I am rarely so unequivocal, but in this case, we had full confidence in Hat Guy.
He said he knew what he was doing. Albedo and I pretty much had to just wait outside on standby. Meanwhile, Hat Guy broke into the energy field and rescued the Traveler solo.
You didn't have to mention that.
Well, I'm thoroughly impressed. You are a force to be reckoned with.
Is he back? Is he really back? Traveler! It's really you! Oh, thank goodness!
You can finally breathe easy, Paimon.
It's great to have you back in one piece! Look at them. You know, once you reach my age.
It's nothing. Same goes when you get to my age, too. I bet I know an Anefa would be tearing up his...
Varka, I'm not sure enough.
Oh, yeah, good point. Hey, your eyes are looking a little red and puffy. Come here. Let's hug it out.
What? Ew, no. No, thank you. You're not my dad, okay?
Everyone, I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused you. But the silver lining is, I didn't come away from this ordeal empty-handed. While I was being held captive, I learned a lot about Dotori's current capabilities.
The three moon goddesses were even more powerful than we imagined. No wonder Dottore believes himself to be equal to the gods. Maybe.
Utter blasphemy.
While everyone was gone, Nefer and I made an interesting discovery. And I believe Miss Sandrone has some...
Called it. Getting rid of a pesky troublemaker like her is like trying to clean up after a crumbly cake. It always comes back to haunt you.
Our next step is to find a way to bring her back.
A place where time flows backwards, with no destination in sight. Surely it must have been created for a specific purpose.
It sounds like she's on a specific path through time. The question is, where does that path lead?
We considered that question as well. Strictly speaking, time is not infinite.
Indeed not. Every road has an end.
Nicole! You sure love quietly sneaking in mid-conversation.
I do, in fact. It's something I've always done at our mages' tea parties. You wonder what lies at the end of her road. Well, just as the world has a beginning and an end, so too does time. But where Miss Columbina will end up along this road, that depends on where this...
What about the original moons and the moon goddesses?
All things do. In the beginning, no moons adorned the sky. It was the Dragon King Nibelung who raised the 3 moons into the heavens, and thus were the moon goddesses born. They were shadows of the planet, born to wield Nibelung's authority and oversee the world on his behalf. But then one day, they disappeared just as suddenly as they had...
Like I thought. No more paths back to reality have emerged since. But how can I be sure that I'm going the right way without scenes from reality to keep me on track? I can't even be sure of how long I've been walking for. The further I travel, the less stable this space becomes. There are even moments where I can sense something that feels like abyssal energy. They can just materialize out of thin air. I have to keep my wits about. Is that the Ray here of Solnari? I can't believe he survived. How did he do it?
You are the moon goddess. But how? Please, there's no need. I'm not interested in fighting anymore.
I find that a little difficult to believe.
Yeah. Honestly, so do I. The way you used my own power against me was... It was a brilliant strategy. And then, in the final moment before I was thrown into this space, I got to see an old friend.
Mr. Dainsleif.
Right. It was so long ago now. When I first got here, I was filled with how I cursed and devoured. I tore everything here apart, but to no avail. This is a place with no exit. This is the second time I've entered this space, though I have no memory of the first. I was torn to shreds the moment I entered, but this time I survived. It must be partly because of this new body, and
Are you the source of the abyssal power in here?
not all of it. Some is from when I first arrived here and tried to destroy it, but there was already a degree of abyssal power here before I entered. And like a venomous snake baking.
Tried to.
Yes. Because after that, the world suddenly became silent for a moment.
What do you mean?
The voices in my head, they were gone. And then I saw her.
Her?
Thalindis. My former lover.
Never mentioned that she saw a memory of the Lindis leaping into the moon's reflection.
More precisely, I saw her afterimage. I'm sure the real her is long gone. She was just an ordinary Conrian. Anyway, why have you come here?
If I hadn't escaped through the moon gate, my friends would have been in far greater danger. What?
You'd like to know how I know. The one who resurrected me said so. I could hear a deep lust for power in his voice.
Do you mean Dottore?
Dottore. So that's what he's called. He'd been collecting fragments of my body for a long time, all so that he could resurrect me at the moment of his choosing. I had no interest in his research, but being as corroded by the abyss as I was, we were aligned as far as hunting the moons and recovering my strength were concerned.
So that's why the Wild Hunt suddenly became so active in Nodcry.
Moon Goddess, could I ask a favor of you?
What?
I know this is a lot to ask, especially from someone who tried to kill you, but this is the only thing
What do you want?
I'd like you to take a message to Thalindis for me.
Thalindis? But...
Yes, she's dead. I can sense that some part of her soul remains here.
why don't you go and speak to her yourself?
I can't. I don't know why, but I can't move freely in this space as you can. All I can see is a glimpse of her, walking away. Just like the moment when I last saw her. In return, I will clear these abyssal obstacles for you. No, not in return. Yeah. Why, indeed. I'm tired of it all. Tired of the person I became. I think I grew tired of it long ago.
What do you wish to tell her?
All of it. My past. My mistakes. Everything that happened after we were separated.
Is it okay if I give her the abridged?
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty you can skip over.
Like the part where you relentlessly tried...
It's up to you. Love demands honesty. But my relationship with Thalindis was built on lies. We hid too much from each other. But after living my whole life in the shadows...
I will do my best.
There. The abyss will no longer stand in your way.
Even though Mr. Dainsliff felt he had to fight you, I think he still regarded you as a friend.
Dane?
He said that you betrayed him, but he also felt great remorse at never having understood what you were truly going through.
Why tell me this?
Because if he'd known that someone could take a message to you,
Thank you. I know this will sound strange coming from me, but don't die, Moon Goddess. I can tell that you're determined to get out of here.
He kept his word. The abyss is no longer obstructing my path. Is that the Lindis? She wasn't far off at all. Hello, Miss Lindis.
Who are you? How do you know my name? I've never seen anyone else here before.
You can call me Columbina. I promised Rerir that I'd bring a message to you.
Rerir? My Rerir? Is he well?
He's doing better than he was.
Better than he was, huh? Sounds like he's had a pretty rough time.
Others have had a rough time on his account too. In many cases. And I'm not just talking about the children of the Crimson Moon.
So, things got worse before they got better.
Are you sure you wish?
Yes. This is my opportunity to learn the truth.
I admire your courage. However, time is... Rerir had seeds of hatred in his heart, and many people nursed them for their own ends. But in the end, he came to regret his mistakes. He wanted to apologize for hiding his past from you. Beyond that, he did not say specifically what it was he wished, but I'm sure that you've always been on his mind. You are what has kept him going.
I'm sorry, Miss Columbina.
It's all right. I understand. Well, that's everything from me.
Wait. Time flows backwards here. The road ahead only leads further.
I know. I intend to reach the end of that road.
Without a moon marrow, without the 3 moons' power, you won't make it far. Wait, unless... Are you one of the moon goddesses?
You could say that.
I see. I often think to myself, if life is like it, and it's not just me, it's this whole place, I must seem so ridiculous. I can't answer these basic questions, and yet I jumped right in here without hesitating. Thinking back, I was suddenly overcome with fear and terror in that moment. I used to be a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum in Conria. Researching the... Rerir was one of the Venster King's retainers. I wanted to help him escape his lot in life. I wanted him to be happy. So I thought I'd use... At the time, I thought I could just go back to the day that the Venster King first found the princess. It was only after meeting the princess that the Venster King started going too far with his research into the abyss. That was the day all of our woes began. I couldn't kill the Venster King himself, so I had to find another way to save Rerir. That's why I wanted to go back, to kill the person who had brought me. I'm sure it was a futile endeavor, but the abyss probably enhances the basest human desires. But I was simply too weak. I know I'm never getting out of here. But you're different. You can.
How do you plan to help?
Have you noticed the golden energy that exists? Based on my past research and my observations since coming here, I can share what I've learned and help you understand the pattern. I think you just might. Now, I know. Also, I've been speculating about where this space ends. The documentation was scanned, but from what I know of the legends about the moons, the oldest ones seem to be I have no way of verifying any of it by this point. But if it's true, you might be able to reach that air.
Understood. Thank you, Miss Delendis.
I'm the one who should be thanking you. If you hadn't entered this realm of everlasting death, about Rayrear,
It wasn't your fault.
That's not true. Because we both feared bringing trouble upon each other. Neither of us ever told the truth. But enough about that. I wish you a safe journey. And may the outside world never have to experience pain like this again. Rayrear, you're there, aren't you? I cannot see you, because you exist in the future. I expect we'll be trapped in this prison of space-time for all eternity. But please, gaze upon the past, and then sit for a while. Let's find a place to sit down together, just like we did when we first met.
How long have I been walking? How much further till I reach the end? Is there even an end to be found? Everything's getting blurry. Are you all right, little sister? Have you come from the distant future?
So, how exactly did the moons just disappear?
The world is a vast and ancient place. On a certain scale, all life lasts for but a fleeting moment.
Miss Nicole explained that the moon goddesses likely perished in the War of Funerary Flame. The moons themselves were also destroyed at that time, save for the Frost Moon, from which a new moon goddess was later.
Am I missing something then? You're right!
Why do their birthplaces differ? What's the difference between the two generations of moon goddesses?
Also, remember what Sandrone said? Her scans detected 4 moons.
Technically, the result of the scan means that 4 moon marrows were detected and positively identified as moons in that moment. In other words, this piece of information alone isn't enough for us to know how Miss Columbina is.
Yep. We have no way of staying up to date on whether she's dead or alive.
But at least she's trying her best to get back to us.
Yeah. She's a tough cookie. And a sore loser, too. We have to trust that she'll find a way. Because we really need her power. As much as it pains me to say it, we've got no chance of beating Dottore in a straight-up... That maniac is going to devour everything in his path until he reaches us. We need to find someone. I'll be frank. Our only hope of defeating this false god is with a real moon goddess on our side. I'm not just saying this because Columbina's a friend, and I know that even she was no match for him when he attacked, but...
We're not giving up on saving her, whether she can defeat Dottore or not.
Right. Don't worry, Miss Sandrone. We're all aligned.
No one's trying to argue that we can only justify saving our friend.
So... she's more than just a moon goddess to you?
Absolutely.
Duh! She's part of the gang!
Yes, I know. You don't need to labor the point. I I knew that the moment I came running over with my documents that I was part of the N group. Anyway, as for how we get Columbina back, I've been working on it constantly. But I think I'd probably get there if I could continue my calculations, but the
Computing power? You mean
No, the issue isn't energy, it's processing power.
That's a tricky problem.
Rene de Petrichor of the Nazissenkreuz Ordo once foretold the fate of the world. But I don't know how he did it. My guess, however, that won't work for me. His methodology was vastly different from my own. What's worse, they're incompatible. Ugh, this is so annoying. If I'd known we'd run into a bottleneck like this.
Oh, what do we do then?
You don't get it, do you? And I need accurate results, not vague prophecies. Where? Anyway, time to show.
Either way, we've done what we can. Rest well, everyone. Remember to let us know if any...
Hat guy? Is he hinting that we should talk outside?
Let's go somewhere a little more private. You know that Dory went back to Sumeru, right?
Yeah, she mentioned she would...
Things aren't looking good for Nodcry. She's gone to spread the word so that from what I know of Dottore, there are two possible reasons why he hasn't made a move yet. One is that he's still working through some kinks in his new powers. The other is, he wants to see how we're going to react. He'll easily devour everything eventually, so I guess he's in no rush to make it happen. The first false god he made was me. Now it's his turn. Even though my records were erased from Irminsul, Dottore's ideas haven't changed one bit. He once told me that becoming a god was like turning yourself into a hungry wolf or giant serpent to devour the moon. Clearly, he began studying the moon goddess's powers long before he even tried He's always wanted to get his greedy hands on divine authority in the desert of Sumeru. There is a chessboard built by King Deshret, also known as Al-Ahmar. I don't know if it was a real game, but creating games and setting rules, gods do that as a matter of course. That's the kind... Now he has the Trilunar Authority. His power is leagues beyond the common people. I don't think there's any point in either way. Dory will inform Lesser Lord Kusanali. The Seven will have some recourse available. If nothing else, their protection should keep the rest of the world from descending into chaos. So on the bright side, even if Nodcry is doomed, your friends in other nations won't be...
That's good to know. But I'm not ready to give up on Nodcry yet.
There's a word for people who refuse to let any...
Maybe it sounds greedy to you, and probably naive too. But whatever you call it, that's what gives me the determination to keep fighting. Battles are fleeting, but the will to fight is a long-term commitment. Give up for even a moment?
Why do you always feel the need to do the right thing? I mean, who's gonna criticize you if you fail?
Or don't take this the wrong way, but Dottore said something similar to me. I guess the Fatui attracts people who don't believe in
Not necessarily. It's less about belief for me. I just want to know how determined you really are.
You look kinda worried.
If your arch-nemesis was about to achieve their ultimate goal...
That's true. Dottore is about to become an omniscient, omnipotent deity. Still, you're calmer than I expected.
Obviously. I have to admit that my past self was a reckless fool who misunderstood not only the point of revenge, and as much as I want my vengeance, I know I'm not gonna get it by acting alone. Too bad it never taught me any other virtues, though. So,
what's your plan?
I'll get to that. First.
Just like Paimon said.
How much do you trust her? This is a serious question.
Although she's with the Fatui, she has her own values. And she's helped us a lot. I see no reason not to trust her.
If you say so. In that case, the three of us need to talk. I have some thoughts about her computing problem. It can be solved, but it will come with a cost.
How much? If I can afford it, I'll cover it.
Sometimes your heroism really backs me into a corner. You know, come on. Let's go talk to her.
Miss Androne, Traveler.
Hey there.
Paimon's here too! She was just helping them sort through their thing.
That was fast. The call.
Well, you said it was urgent, so we got here.
Albedo, I have some alchemy questions for you.
I see. Look. If I might ask,
I needed to predict the future of the entire world. But I've run into some teething issues since.
I see. I'll have a look at it. Still.
About that, it's been sorted.
Oh, with the Traveler's help?
Actually, you're not wrong.
Was it Hat Guy?
Yeah, it was him.
Wow! Go Hat Guy! Seems like all that time study.
But where is he?
Come with me.
Hat Guy? What's...
Hat Guy! Can you hear us? No response. I guess he's in.
Hat Guy mentioned that he was a puppet. It seems that his functions are currently shut down. I presume this has something to do with the solution to.
That's right. He and the Traveler came to see me. Wait, what? You have a solution?
Would you calm down? Why do you always react so hysterically to every—
Excuse me? How would you know? You shouldn't be so quick to judge complete
Oh, please. It doesn't take that long to figure out that you have a temper.
Where does a mere student get that kind of confidence?
I've actually published more papers than you. Not that status counts for much. Even Paimon's applied for academia admission.
Huh? Are you serious?
See? This is why I can't be bothered to explain myself. Shoot.
Okay, fine. I'll hear you out.
This world itself is constantly processing all kinds of information. If it's the world's future you're trying to calculate, you need a processing device that's designed to cope with that volume.
Easier said than done. Only Irminsul can handle that kind of... Wait, is that what you're suggesting? But surely we can't just plug my formula directly into the ley lines.
You should be able to tell that I'm not human, right?
Yeah, I noticed. The technology, though, seems pretty ancient.
Conrian, to be precise. I'm what they would have called a puppet. Puppets need an energy source and processing power. The artisan...
You? Do you mean...
The Traveler and I have talked it over. He's willing to vouch for you. So, I'll allow you to borrow my core for your calculations. It was built using wood from a silver white tree, which makes it a small part of Irminsul.
Conrian technology and Irminsul wood. Who in the world could have built you? Are you sure about this? A puppet without its core will cease functioning completely.
I can put two and two together, yeah.
I won't lie to you. This has never been done before.
Doesn't matter.
Did you two actually talk this through?
Yes, we discussed it. The bottom line is, he trusts me, and I trust you. Let's give it a shot, shall we?
Honestly, I have no clue where this kid even came from. But for whatever reason, I'm very close to finishing my calculations now, and the core is currently in use. So I'm sorry. This is what the core looks like.
A silver white branch. It certainly matches the legends told about Irminsul.
Is Hat Guy gonna be okay?
He's not gonna die, right?
In theory, he should be fine. As long beyond that, all I can say is that I'll try my best to avoid risk.
I think I know why you called us here now. Someone needs to watch over his body.
Correct. He said that the only ones he trusts here are you two. And the Traveler. And the Traveler will...
He will have our undivided attention.
No. Heck.
On a more positive note, things are progressing steadily on my end.
The worst case scenario with the core removal is either a system reset or a total loss of function. A core is completely different from a heart. It's like another vital organ entirely. But in the end, it turns out the core was more useful to me. Do you think there's any difference between a puppet and a human? If not, I have already experienced both a past life and a next life. Part of me wonders whether I'm only capable of making this decision because I've become a real human. What's with that expression? Isn't this a good...
Sandrone will succeed, won't she?
She will. We all have to persevere until this is over.
That's right. And I'll protect you all until a moment of victory arrives.
Who are you? Call me Sonnet. You have the same power as Canon.
Sonnet. So, you're the goddess of the iridescent moon?
Oh, goodness. You recognize
Columbina. Columbina Hyposelenia.
Hyposelenia? What a lovely name. Did you choose it yourself?
It was a joint effort between me and my friends.
Friends?
Huh?
Oh, sorry. You must be exhausted. I apologize.
Do you mean the other two moon goddesses? Arya and Canon?
Wow, you sure know a lot. Hey, does that mean that our story goes on into the future? Oh, I guess that wasn't the best. It's alright. We were prepared for that possibility. You could say we were too prepared. When did you get here? How long has it been?
I can't say for sure, but it feels like it's been forever.
I see. Are you feeling alright? You look a little unwell.
I can hold out a while longer.
We don't have far to go. The place where my sisters and I are based is just up ahead. Don't worry, they're both really nice. I'll introduce you. Sisters! I'm back! And look who I've brought with me! It's our lovely little sister, born in the far future. pleasure is all mine. Allow me to introduce you to Columbina Hyposelenia. This is Arya, the goddess of the eternal moon. And this is Canon, goddess of the frost moon. Canon, don't you think Hyposelenia's power is similar to yours?
Hello, Columbina. I apologize for our startled reaction just now. And please, forgive our little sister if she's been annoying you.
It's fine.
You seem shy. Don't worry, Columbina Hyposelenia. No one can hurt you here.
Could you tell me where here is? Please. I must know.
My dear sister, this is where Tevat's original ruler, the Dragon King Nibelung, imprisoned the moon goddesses.
What? You're scaring her, kid. No, I'm fine. Please.
Nibelung, our original master, created us in the distant past.
But he left this world and traveled into the dark universe beyond.
Day and night, we fulfilled our duty in the heavens, until the day that the first descender arrived.
The great ruler of the firmament.
The heavenly principles.
Is that what later generations call them? I see. But we did not reject them at first. We coexisted in peace. They were like a guest in our home.
Slowly, however, we came to realize that our guest had a growing desire to change and dominate the world.
And you didn't stop it?
No. There was an order to the rules they set up that Nibelung never taught us. We wanted to know if this order would bode good or ill for Tevat. All right. Canon and I wanted to know. Sonnet was...
Later, we discovered that this great ruler of the firmament bore an almost paranoid hostility toward the design. They would even cast down celestial nails as manifestations of their power to punish the civilization.
Only this was far beyond mere punishment.
Right. Their rules brought order, but the price people paid for merely testing the limits of those rules was far too great. I did everything in my power to help the punished escape catastrophe, but
the ancestors of the Frost Moon Scions were some of the ones you helped.
But just when we had decided to take countermeasures, the Dragon King, Nibelung, returned.
And so began the War of Funerary Flame.
So, that's the name the world gave that.
Well, who won in the end? As far as I know, the Heavenly Principles won. Although it came at a great... And the world's original master, the Dragon King Nibelung, was destroyed. And what of the moons?
You can tell us the truth, Columbina. We know we are but remnants of a bygone age.
Only the frost moon remains. But it has been cast beyond the false firmament by the heavenly principles. The eternal and iridescent moons were both shattered during the war. So death finally came for us in the end.
Sonnet.
But you're still here.
A moon goddess cannot live without her moon, Columbina.
She's right. That's why I began to disappear. Because the frost moon is cut off by the false sky.
Our souls may endure within this lunar palace, but...
Then we shall disappear the moment we depart from it. I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize to us, dear sister. If anything, we owe the world an apology. If only we decided to act sooner.
All the more reason not to spend this time in regret and repentance. Instead, we should focus our efforts on how we might help.
Sorry?
Don't you see, Columbina, your story is not yet over. Is that not why you are here?
It's done. Initiate numerological array. Continue running primary process. Calculate the world's fate through extrapolation. Secondary process, scan for moons. Still 4. The number of moon marrows hasn't changed. Wait, let me think. Is it possible that there's something I've been misunderstanding about the moons all along? Variables. I know where potential variables within the world come from. So what about the moons? Like their life or death, for instance. What if being alive or dead makes no difference to a moon? But that's so strange. Even immortal gods can die. Why would the moons alone be... Wait! I've got it! If alive or dead is considered a variable, we might have had this wrong the whole time. No one ever said that a moon marrow equals a living moon. We just made that as initiate secondary process. Scan again. This time filtering out interfering perimeter. Moon marrow. I don't care. Why? It says 3 moons still exist into that, even after excluding the moon marrows. But we know for a fact that 2 of them are dead. Redo the scan. Narrow the results to living moons and real moons. No. Why? Why is it still 3? What is this, Columbina? Has the world lied to us? Or are you the one pulling the wool over our eyes?
So, you think that the moon's reflection might be where Nibelung imprisoned the 3 moon sisters?
Yes, it would explain a lot. Such as why that space would respond to a moon god. It would also explain why Miss Columbina has been unable to leave.
In the messages she sent, Columbina promised us she'd find a way to return.
The fact that she still has yet to reappear in this world indicates that returning from that place is no easy feat. We can...
So you're saying, if she could return...
Yes, she certainly wouldn't leave it to this late state. I've been giving this some thought, and I've come to believe that Luana's harem might be an anchor that she left behind, as a sort of future waypoint. This could also explain why Luana's heart is always by the traveler's side.
Sounds like a plausible theory. If that's the case, there must be some... The question is...
Hello? Listen up! This is extremely important! Not only is Columbina alive, but she may well exist in a form I'm still unclear on the details, but she's done something truly inconceivable in the past.
Truly amazing. Oh,
I'm sure we all feel the same. And I'm sure Columbina is ready to get back here and fight by...
I'll keep my calculations going and try to find some way of coordinating with her. But that's not an excuse for everyone else.
How can the dead moons still live? And Luanatar...
It's hard to believe that's what will happen in the...
Our authority is linked to the most fundamental rules of Teyvat. I suppose it's no wonder that many would covet that power.
I didn't realize that when you said friends, you meant people who live down in Teyvat. Have you? Of course. Between us, we've tried everything.
It's like the center of a whirlpool. Everything ultimately...
In that case, have you tried using any of those pathways that connect... Sorry? What are those? They're passages through which you can make small-scale changes to reality by using... Or am I the only one who can use those passages? Because...
Kuvaki. What is that?
You don't know? It's a unique kind of elemental energy.
Oh.
Well, it's true that the moons first rose up from the partage that you say is called Not Cry. But there is no difference in the elemental energy between—
What? Could you show us some of this Kuvaki? Okay.
Isn't that just your power?
What? But it's everywhere in Not Cry. In the air, in the land.
How curious. This Kuvaki certainly did not exist anywhere in the—
Let alone influence living creatures. So, this is so strange.
Columbina, you're looking for more than just a way out of—
Yes. If I am to help my friends, you mean...
This sounds extremely risky. The Three Moons' powers are not mutually compatible. Concentrating them into one goddess—
I know.
Even so, let's say we successfully transfer our authority to Niblin constructed this realm specifically to prevent us from using our powers. No moon goddess can leave this place alive.
What if I don't leave alive?
Where do we even start? How are we supposed to figure out what we meant to...
Columbina? What do you need from us?
If she really got to the beginning of time in there, how do you think she'd leave us a message? You don't think she'd write it down on a...
Seems unlikely. Columbina may not talk a lot, but she thinks deeply about it.
Let's review what we know. This is the Columbina who fought alongside us against the Rahier of Solnari. She knows our personalities, our ways of doing so. If she wanted to tell us something from a long, long time ago... Oh. Traveler, you once said that those golden ripples also— What if Columbina left Luanatar here, not just as an anchor to the real world, but if she is part of Columbina, and Columbina knows that I can see past events through her?
Oh yeah!
Nefer, wait! If you're right about this, and you can really see past events through Luanatar, your eyes...
Oh, I know. Looking at Rarier's past in Conria was already enough of a strain on my eyes. It'll surely blind me. But it's our only chance. This is the only way.
Boss.
We spoke about this once, a long time ago. Do you remember what I said?
But...
What's wrong? I'd be overjoyed if I were you. This day's come a lot earlier than either of us expected. I need to know you'll honor our agreement.
Yes. Boss,
are you sure you don't want some...
What is there to think through? I should have gone blind after our battle with Rarier.
Then at least let me take some... And if you really do lose your sight...
Oh, please, anything but that. I was actually ready to go through with this. Are you trying...
As if I could ever skip...
All right, enough chit-chat.
All done.
Good. Now get... Come on then, little one. Show me what happened in the past.
between the Trilunar Authority, Kuvaki, and the soul-surviving moon, I think I might know how to get back. Time to go talk it over with them.
I hope it's not too dangerous. You really scared. Come on, let's.
It seems you have reached it. I'm all ear.
Have you figured it out, Columbina? Tell us. How do you play?
I intend to die here, in this moment.
What? What are you saying? And how will you inform these future friends of your plans? You can't exactly leave oracles. Nothing can escape this place. And even if you found a way, what if they never find the message you left for them?
No, that won't happen.
Come again?
They will find my message. I'm sure of it.
I'm not following.
It's quite simple, real. First, I will leave my soul here.
I see it.
Your soul? You mean your divinity?
Yes. I once left a portion of my soul in the future. One so small that this prison barely noticed anything. In this very moment, she can resonate with my soul across time. When the time comes, I believe that she can serve as an anchor to pull my soul from here back to the future reality.
Just as gravity connects the world to the moon.
Exactly. In the future, where I came from, the moon has, in a similar way, I can feel a connection to the soul fragment I left behind even now.
But how do you just leave your soul here?
On my way here, I met an ordinary mortal who entered this place long before I did. Her body is long gone, but her soul remains. And before that, I encountered an old enemy whose entire soul survives here intact.
So, perhaps this space is specifically designed to imprison divinity and authority, but not the physical body.
Still, even if your body can escape, would it not just be a lifeless husk without the soul inside? Wait, is that what you meant when you said you wouldn't leave alive?
Yes. I shall turn my body into moonlight and pour it over Nodcry. That power shall protect the land and quietly blend into it, awaiting my soul's return in the future. However, I cannot do this on my strength alone. I would need your help to do this. So I'm humbly asking for...
Oh, dear sister, you need not be so formal. As I said before, we are but remnants of you. On the other hand, were born alone in that distant future, and you have walked a long and lonesome. Don't forget, we are your sisters, your family.
Arya's right. Actually, I've always wanted a little sister. Can you imagine how it's been for me? Now, I finally get to be the big sis. And not just that.
Sonnet.
Canon?
I'm sorry. I know this is a bold request.
Oh, no, please. Don't misunderstand me, Columbia. I was just... You cannot imagine how happy I am to hear of the future world you describe. For the three of us, whose purpose in life was to maintain the peace in Tevat. If your plan can save them, and save Nodcry, I will gladly give you all that I can. Besides, the three of us have been together since the day we were born. I could never abandon them to live on alone without them.
Canon.
Still, I do have one question.
Certainly.
Why do you cover your eyes?
Yeah, I was curious about that too. But There was a time when I wished to hide my feelings. Seal my heart.
I see. Perhaps that decision saved you from ever having to see the false sky again. But at the same time, promise me this, Columbina. When you return to the future, I'm sure that you know this already, but that is your true home. Give me your hand, Columbina. Aria, sonnet.
Okay.
All right.
We once were the song sung for eternity.
We once were the tides in the great river of time.
We were the messengers of madness and inspiration.
We are souls awaiting the sun.
Is it done?
Yes. We have transferred the authority over all 3 moons to Columbina Hyposelenia. From this moment on, she is the Tri-Lune Goddess, the one and only moon goddess of this world.
Thank you. Thank you, my sisters.
Now go, and do what you believe is right, Columbina.
Be aware that we cannot grant you the power of the 3 moons beyond these prison walls. The conflict that arose over there remains.
I understand. Sisters, oh, my body. It feels.
Now that we have given up our power and authority, our bodies are merely mortal shells. This prison is dissolving them as we speak.
It's okay, Sonnet. The end must come for every god, just as it does for every human. That's all this is. The final.
We have one final request, Columbina. Could you use the 3 moons' power to send us back into the real world? Now that we have lost our powers, I doubt this space will seek to hold us further. It's just... we would like to spend...
Of course. Gladly. Sonnet. Yes. Don't... I wish I could tell her not to give in to the abyss. Not to be afraid. But is this really what I should say at this moment? Don't forget. I'm so glad to have a big sister like you. No, I'm okay. I'm not afraid. As long as my sisters are with me. It looks like this is goodbye, sisters.
Goodbye, Columbina.
Take care of this world in our stead.
I will. And now, it's time for me to bid farewell to my body too. May it become the moonlight that keeps Nodcry company through the long years ahead. So this is why Nodcry was not always home to Kuvaki. It only appeared after I poured my body out upon this land. And only this land. Kuvaki responds to me because it is me. And the golden energy I've encountered on my way here was, in fact, that very soul. O power Tri-Lune, eternal moonlight.
Columbina hyposelenia, lay aside my body. Let it be cast into the dark night to illuminate the future. May it be a companion to all who dwell beneath the moon. Until the time comes for me to return home. That was crazy! Were we even allowed to see that? Is anyone? Can you still see? How many fingers am I holding up?
I see 2 fingers, and a look of sheer terror on your face.
Truly astounding, Miss Nefer. Your eyes have glimpsed the very ends of the world, and yet they remain as sharp as ever. Or is the credit for this miracle due to Miss Lauma? It seems that even time itself is no match for your medical skills.
Surely you jest, Mr. Flins. I suspect we have Columbina to thank. She must have realized the immense toll that the ritual would take and purposely set aside some of her power in the past to protect Nefer's eyes when this moment arrived. There is always a great price to pay for witnessing the truth, but it seems that this time, Columbina has shouldered that burden on our behalf.
She chose the perfect method of getting a message to us. Though her eyes were always shut, she was clear. Despite being separated by time and space, we're seeing the same possibilities and seizing.
We still don't even know if she's okay right now. But as long as there's a chance we can do something, we'll fight to make it happen.
We'll get you back somehow, Columbina.
Well, based on the information we now have, let's figure out our next moves.
Thanks to these gentlemen, we have a much clearer picture of the situation with Dottore. The civilian population has been moved to safety, so we no longer need to hold back.
Miss Androne, how are the calculations going?
So far, so good. I'll keep seeing how far I can push the system, though. Can't have Hatman being powered down for nothing.
There's still a long road ahead. Where should we begin?
Our plan is clear. Time is short, so let's get moving.
There's just never enough time, is there? Time is the bane of my existence.
All right, we'll do our part too.
Yeah.
Albedo's theory says that elemental energy can dilute the light realm's power, but I'm no expert in building elemental defenses, Sounds like something out of the Advanced Elemental Theory section of the library. Whew.
You seem quite troubled.
Well, yeah. I mean, who doesn't get a little flustered when they're completely out of their depth?
You were the very picture of confidence back when you approached the Hexen Circle.
Yeah, I could have been faking it through that whole meeting for all you know. Who's to say I'm not just a ball of nerves in a charming and gregarious package?
Oh gosh, really? I'm so sorry, I had no idea. Well, you're all the braver for it.
Still, I was much more in my comfort zone than I am here. At least in Mondstadt, you can cry for help from a cliff top and actually stand a chance of summoning Barbados himself. Things have never looked bleaker than they do now. If we don't pull this off, Tevat's doomed, isn't it?
Oh, you think so? Actually, yes. Yes, it probably is.
It's a shame.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Tevat has faced annihilation many times in the past, but it also gave us you, didn't it?
Hey, don't give me that. It's not like I'm anyone special.
I disagree. Every human born in this world is special. We angels have always believed that.
In that case, this humble human being has a big favor to ask of...
I thought you might say that.
I'm sure Alice, in her great wisdom, sent you here precisely to
Well, that has less to do with her wisdom and more to do with my power.
Of course. Well, the thing is, these elemental defenses we're about to build, I don't think it's a question of... Durin's findings from his patrols make it clear that Dottore is constantly expanding his territory. First, it's not realistic to completely stop him encroaching on the rest if Miss Sandroni's calculations are correct. Well, anyway, her calculations suggest that our best hope for victory lies in Miss Columbina's return. It's up to us to slow Dottore's advance and buy time for her to make a return.
Are you asking me to help you with building the...
No. I'd like you to prepare for what comes next. When he eventually reaches us, we will have to fight him. You were an angel once and a mage now.
Oh. Can I take it that you're triggering the terms you've...
Well, technically those terms were about protecting Mondstadt. But if you're happy to agree to the change...
You're cashing in on this much sooner than I'd imagined.
Well, yeah. The way things are going, I might not get another chance.
Very well. The mages have heard the knight's plea, and to tell the truth, Alice and I had already discussed how we might help you all, so I'd...
This is... Wow. Yeah. This is great.
It's been many long years since I had a chance to dazzle humanity with a little divine intervention. Anyway, Knight of Boreas, please accept this gift in recognition of your great virtue. Go now. May the angel's blessing deliver you safely to your destination.
You're here.
Sandroni! How are things going?
Glad you asked. You two are about to become the first people to lay eyes upon my masterpiece.
Hey!
Whatever. Come.
Wow!
This meter displays the progress of my formula. Currently, it's still making the most important. Once it's finished running, I'll deliver it right to your side.
What do you mean, deliver it? Can't you just tell us over the Dodo community?
You're such a greenhorn. This isn't the kind of formula Whatever. We'll be here all day if I start trying to explain it. I'll share the data with you. Nicole's agreed to let me use her information channel, so we just... There. Now you can check in on my progress.
Wow! Look at that! You're amazing, Sandrone.
About time you recognized my genius. Took you long enough. Anyway, that's all for me. That might sound harsh to you, but close supervision is a common practice in the Fatui. I'm kind of stuck here while the formula's running, so I need you to be my second pair of eyes.
Thankfully, Miss Nicole has come to our aid.
Golden Flame. Yes, that's Nicole's. Based on the latest message from Grandmaster Varka, the situation should be more stable with her assistance.
Albedo! Durin!
Hello there, you two.
Are you well rested?
That's good to hear. As per the plan, Albedo and I, as Dottoro's energy field expands, it's creeping ever closer and...
We fought side by side many times before, and I believe this time will be no different. So...
As Dottoro's energy field...
We fought side by side. I believe that...
Traveler, Paimon.
Friends! How's everything coming along?
Fairly well, if I do say so myself. Personally, I am ready to confront Dottore head-on.
Ooh, you sound much more serious than usual.
To be honest, I am not usually fond of exercising my full strength. For one thing, it's hardly conducive to maintaining a low profile. I am conserving my strength until the moment of battle is upon us.
Seeing you get into the zone like this really puts Paimon at ease. Huh?
I consider it an honor to rest well. I look forward to seeing you both in...
Yes, Miss Moonchanter? What are you staring at?
You always address me in the strangest ways. Lady Moonchanter one minute, Miss Moonchanter the next.
Yes, and?
Not as such. It's just that I
Uh-huh. That's my name. What's your...
The point is I don't add any honorifics.
Meaning what?
That maybe we're...
Is that how you see it? And I thought I was the one with
Never! Wilma!
Paimon, traveler.
Just swinging by to check in on you. How are things going? Did you...
Don't worry about me.
And I give my all to ensure our victory. Ah, yes. Allow me to give you... Hold on. You're both in good shape.
You're welcome. You'll have your work cut out for you in this battle against a...
Paimon will keep an eye on him, don't you?
I'm glad to hear it.
Sure thing.
Here they come. That's quite a horde.
As we expected.
Get ready, everyone. Take your positions.
Let's begin.
I'm at the ready.
What a waste of time!
Change of plan.
Water jet!
Be silent. I will return as an avalanche. Observe. Burn no more.
Water jet! Another one. 5. Got a frenzy with your name on it. Your. Wipe out!
It's your skull!
Forest, protect us for the everlasting quote.
The mystery unravels.
These creatures cannot stand against us.
Oh, fighting talk. Just don't let your guard down.
That goes without saying. I'm...
A great undertaking. This! That was easier than I thought.
Naturally.
What do you mean? Is it because as created beings go, we're... Bombs away!
With one heart, we pray, you poor lost lamb. Seek within. No more lies.
People have always used fire to drive away wild beasts.
Wouldn't a lantern work just as well?
You read my mind, my dear friend.
I was...
You're looking well. I trust you've had a good couple of days.
Dottore.
It's actually a good thing, in my view. If the subjects of my experiment were to die prematurely, it would throw quite a wrench in the works. And so, I must thank you all for your resilience. We are no longer on the same level, but you are nonetheless worthy of my respect. And in any case, it is only right that before I end your life, the experiment begins. With the marrow of the three moons in my hand, behold the false moons fall!
Wipe out! Go!
Leave this place for the everlasting hope.
Night falls. How dull. Observe. That's more like it. Some results of value.
The deception ends here. Can I the truth?
Found. Entropy bends to me.
Go!
Did you honestly think that would hit me?
Forest, protect us.
Moon's remnants.
Tornadoes. Time to come clean. It all adds up.
First, like an ant in my palm.
I've been moved inside another space, and it's sealed off. Looking at the structure of it, it seems like Dottore intends to trap us here. There's no exit. Our endurance is about to be put to the test.
How dull.
Water jet!
No more lies.
Moon's remnant.
Tornadoes. It all adds up.
Good. Keep it up.
Genshin's a song. By the frostman of old.
That's more like it. Be shackled. Found.
Tornadoes.
scurrying off to next?
Looks like Dottore has opted for a divide and conquer strategy. But we will not allow him to triumph. Now, I shall pray for our victory. Taurus, protect us. With one heart, we pray.
Intro. Bends to stall for time.
Water jet!
How inefficient.
No more lies.
Good. Keep it up. I'm still.
The deception ends here. Can I the truth?
Outdone. That's more like it. Some results of value. You cannot face me. Found.
It all ends
Moon's remnants.
Water jet! Go!
Did you honestly think that would hit me?
Go!
Be annihilated. That which cannot stand against me.
What's this supposed to be? A knockoff version of the space Columbina got trapped in? There really is no way out. We'll see about that, Dottore.
My fault. I had not intended to take your teammates from you. But you have a choice now. Obey, and I can release them. Excellent deal, if you ask me. Won't you consider it?
Bombs away! Water jet!
Reverse.
Yeah. Go!
I'm aware you've been working on some little tricks to surprise me with, but it appears that none of them have come to fruition. My guess would be that you're trying to bring Columbina back. But then, where is Sandrone? I always found their friendship to be a curious phenomenon. Speaking of Columbina, I once saw her as like a younger sister. We got along quite amicably while she was with but then one day she suddenly decided she would refuse to take part in any further It's such a pity. I could have had a sister, a family. But alas, she grew to dislike me.
You're not fit to be family to her.
That I can't deny. So many people, all obsessed with playing out the same tired old dramas. This world is rotten to the core. And then there's you. You had every opportunity to reach the right conclusion. The thought of killing you off like this? But I maintain that I approached you in good faith, so I will offer you another chance. Will you work with me? You have until I count to 10 to make your choice. 1, 2, 3.
Not in a million years.
Sandrone, what a pleasant surprise. I didn't think you'd join us all the way up here.
You're as sick and twisted as ever. Don't fool yourself into thinking anyone's grateful for the chances you're offering them.
Sandrone? But the formula hasn't finished running yet.
Funnily enough, I was just discussing a collaboration opportunity with the Traveler, and then I see you.
Gone to waste?
I said that everyone would get one chance, and you've used yours to march right back into the lion's den.
And what makes you think I believe a word that comes out of your...
I was planning on disposing of your little formula after wrapping up more urgent business here. Since you've taken the trouble of serving it to me on a silver platter, is this your life's work? This piece of trash? Your formula runs too slowly, Sandrone. You put your hope for success on others instead of fighting dirty. That is why you have failed. Now, whom should I slay first? Any volunteers? No one? How nice of you to leave the decision to me. Oh, how unexpected. Sandrone, any last words for me, comrade?
Is there anything you wish for?
Not really. But I've always known what I don't want. Go to hell, Dottore.
No!
And now, you have failed.
Sandrone!
Now you see how fragile mechanical contraptions are. Just a gentle tap, and they fall to pieces. However keen of an inventor Sandrone may have been, her death spells the end of the formula that was running inside her body. Of course, I have to commend her for making it this far. As her colleague, I have to admire her stubborn tenacity. Now, it is time for you to take your place by my side. My count was interrupted, but the second chance I extended to you still. By now, I'm sure you have gained a greater appreciation for the power and authority I wield. Not in the mood to talk? As you wish. You seem less talkative than usual today. I'll change the topic to something more apropos. Sandrone was always like this, never trusting anyone, always so reluctant to share her Objectively speaking, she had her strengths. It is remarkable how she extracted and even optimized the world formula from so much data, but her inability to trust was her undoing. Had she allowed someone else to monitor or run the formula for, but regrettably, she was a stubborn fool.
Dottore, maybe this is news to you, but people can change. Columbina surprised you when she escaped.
Change?
You can twist the truth however you want, but I see it clear as day. You're the one who can't trust other people.
Is that how you see me? By this point, what can you hope to do about it? It is pointless to fight on. You've already lost.
Wrong. wrong. You can't win this, Dottore.
What?
My formula can get us 90% of the way. It will connect you to Columbina. Then, I will bring the formula's output to the Traveler's side. For the last 10%, do whatever it takes. Just bring the moon down.
The moon will never be yours!
I turn my body into moonlight and pour it over Nodcry. My soul I leave here to inform my future friends. Lastly, I will hide the Trilune Authority within the Frost Moon. And when my body, soul, and authority are reunited, finally...
Columbina!
It's been too long. I'm back. Stay focused on the battle, Traveler.
What a touching reunion. Though I personally find myself repulsed by the sight of wheedling tongues to go to war. Now, quite finished patting yourselves on the back, show me how long you can struggle before you drown.
Watch out, Columbina! Manipulate space itself!
I know. Wait for the right moment. We'll strike together.
Bends to me. Moon's remnants fall. Did you honestly think that would... Go, found! Enough! But first, like an ant in my palm.
I grant you the new moon's blessing. The new moon shines upon you.
growing weird. It's over, Dottore! Time to pay for your haste!
No longer must the world cower in the cold night. Let the moonlight dispel the darkness.
So you rather wallow blossom.
Everlasting as the moon.
Only I. Only I could have shaped the new world. Only I. Willfully blind. How can you be so satisfied with your fate?
This battle was never about fate. It's about friends, family, and the home you stole from them.
So dull. Only the weak rely on each other for comfort. You shall see. Once I transcend fate, you will be nothing but fodder for my grand experiment.
That will never happen. Today, the moonlight touches world once more.
This loathsome world.
No, this world is our home.
No, you're doing it wrong. The moon looks like this now.
What are you drawing, children?
The new moon, Mom. It looks different than before, doesn't it? Also, can I go buy a sugar sculpt?
All right. I suppose today is a special day after all. Almost like
Extra, extra! Get the latest Nasha post-disaster report. Nasha Town reborn beneath a new moon. The voyage begins today. The future looks bright thanks to the League. Want a copy?
I knew things would be different. But I didn't think that would...
They say a new moon goddess has been born.
A new moon goddess? Who's saying that?
I guess so. I'm not too clued up on the details. As far as I'm concerned, the moon's still in the sky and it's business as usual. Hey, since we've come all this way, shall we...
Are you a convert now?
Oh, come on. What does it matter? After everything we've...
Come on! We gotta get there early, or they're...
Shh, keep it down. This is a residential area. Why is it so noisy outside? It's okay. Paimon was pretty much awake anyway. What about you? Did your rest still winding down from everything that's happened? Or are you wondering how our friends are doing? Or is it... Okay, if you say so. But don't push yourself. What we just went through was... a lot. It's Luanatar disappeared after Columbina came back. Apparently, she was still... Paimon... Anyway, you did great. So, chin up, Traveler. You should be proud of yourself. Hey, don't poke fun. Paimon didn't think you'd mention it. You have no idea how anxious Paimon was. Well, if you really want to show Paimon you're sorry, you're gonna need to make it up to her. Phew. Okay. Paimon's full now. Huh? Oh, well...
Hey there, Traveler and Paimon! Good morning!
Morning, Yehuda! Here for some breakfast?
Oh, I've already eaten. Just need some water. I was mostly worried you might... Careful there, Paimon. Too much food will make you drowsy. Don't let anyone catch you hiding at the back and nodding up.
Yeah, she'd probably be saying that to Aino. She's the big...
True. You know, I'm surprised that all these competing groups are actually...
Well, nothing like a region-wide calamity to bring people together. After that...
Try telling Boss Neff that. She's not exactly...
Really? But if she's so pessimistic about it...
Probably 'cause... Even though unity sounds like a pretty far-fetched idea, I think things will work out, though. I swear, Notcry feels like one big family now with everything that's happened.
Paimon's with you on that one.
All right. Everyone's life slowly returning back to normal. Were you about to head out?
Yeah, we were gonna take a stroll around the square and...
Sounds good.
Please accept today's boon. Have a nice day.
Are Paimon's eyes deceiving her? Or is that Inefa handing out food for the Frost Moon Scions?
Hello there. Would you like a feast of the moon along with some snacks of the day?
So, what's new, Inefa? It was only a few days ago when we last saw you, but it looks like you've joined the Frost Moon Scions and that... And Aino too?
What are you talking about, Paimon? We're just here to help. Duh.
In the wake of the disaster, it's all hands on deck. We responded to Lama's request for support. At times like these, the smallest good deed can inspire others and help them through the hard days ahead.
And we're using eggs and heating tubes to make that a reality. In true Kromkake Crush Up style. Inefa! Did you hear that? The Traveler said I did good. The Traveler!
That's because it's true, I know. Proposal. If you can resist eating today's dessert, I will provide you with compliments to...
No way!
Well, that proposal got shot down quickly.
I need something to get me through the hard times too, you know.
Mom! Yes, dear. Go.
Excuse me. Could I take a photo with the robot lady? She helped us get safely out of Notcry, and she helped us get back home too. She's the best.
Of course she is. And since I'm the whiz kid.
But you stole my snacks, though.
Oops.
Shall we move to the open space near the center? The view there.
Thank you!
Aren't you the better pick for this job, Flint?
You underestimate yourself yet again, Master Ilua.
Not at all. I rarely come by Nasha Town. I don't know any of the big shots here.
All in good time. Socializing is...
But you're much further ahead on that road, aren't you?
You're not seeing the full picture. You know the truth now. There is no question about it. The Lightkeepers need a representative.
You say it like you wouldn't make the cut.
I am most flattered that you... Sigh a little less, Master Ilua, and have more faith in yourself. All the like, that is precisely why Starshina Nik...
I'm sure we all also agree that we would sooner die of dehydration than manage to wrangle anything out of you.
My apologies.
Whatever. I'll take the job. By the way...
Oh, it's quite the who's who of Nodcry. There's the Moon Chanter of the Frostmoon Scions. The boss of the Curatorium of Secret. I'm sure you will find speaking with them...
If you say so. I've never done this work before, but I'll do it. Not only is it our duty as Lightkeepers, but...
An admirable attitude to take. The beacons are lit, Ilua. We have the chance to band together.
Yeah. You're right.
Quite a few familiar faces have arrived.
You look so cool when you fly, Miss Robot! And even though you took my snacks, it's pretty cool that you can build stuff like this. You've got so much... Also...
Micah, we need to go.
1 second!
Please take this Feast of the Moon, as well share them with your mother and your love.
Wow! Everyone's here!
You seem well rested.
I know no one's asked, but I'm sure you all want to know, so let me just say, well, great, but not perfect. I'm starting to lose my mind from boredom. Can't drink a drop of alcohol while I'm waiting for my wounds to heal.
I'm sure you had a sneaky swig or two.
Wait, how'd you find out?
I'm sure you must be missing Mondstadt after all these years away, Grandmaster.
Yeah, you could say that again. Every time I get news from Mondstadt, it makes me want to go back and see the... Honestly, once things are wrapped up here, I think it'll be time to head back home.
Hey, looks like someone's taking the stage.
Can everyone see okay? Anyone need a boost?
I'll just listen.
You're taking this pretty serious.
Well, it's not every day that I get the chance to see how people speak in a fic.
Soak it up like a sponge. I'll make sure you get a chance to practice for yourself later down the line.
Mr. Varka, are you forgetting that I'm not a Knight of Favonius?
I can knight you. Any particular title you'd like?
Is he joking?
You'll have to figure this one out for yourself.
It is my honor to host the opening ceremony for the League, and to have this opportunity to speak to you all in my...
Could this person also have been pushed onto the big stage by the real big...
We come here today, having weathered the trials and hardships of yesterday, and having learned from them the...
Alright, here we go. Uh-oh, looks like Aino's off in Dreamland already.
Come on, get this speech over with already.
Nodcry is our home, the land we rely on for survival. And as we chart a course for the future, may we persevere...
Looks like we'll have more opportunities.
I'm sure you'll cope, Lady Moonchanter, given how fleet of foot you are. Unfortunately, I suspect I'll be too busy at the Curatorium to act as your host. We have a busy schedule. Not to mention an internet.
It'll be all right. I'll just check your schedule with Yehoda.
You... So giving my employees extra workload isn't
I thought you'd approve. Aren't you forever increasing?
That's a bold statement. Are all the Frost Moon Scions feeling more audacious now that
Columbina's return has brought joy to all who care about her. As for the Frost Moon Scions, we are learning how to It is up to us to make our home a more livable place. Joining the League is one of...
I like the word try. It's nice and
You don't see a bright future?
I'm just not as optimistic. The Frost Moon Scions should count themselves lucky that they have a leader, but Nodcry's a big place, with all kinds of people. Most of them don't enjoy answering to a leader.
Well, that's where you and your methods come in. Unless the Curatorium of Secrets is...
For now, yes. And that won't change until this venture becomes worth...
What would make it worth your while?
Getting out more than I put in. Right now, I'd barely break even. But
Then maybe it's worth a try.
All right, you can stop now. Or do I have to join the Frost Moon Scion?
You'd be very welcome to join.
Hey, you two! Congrats on all your hard work!
Nefer was trying to dissuade me from adding to her employees' workload.
Sorry, what?
Your conversations are always the most interesting. Would you two care to join me for some tea before heading to your next destination?
Nicole? Wait,
Sadly not. I'm otherwise occupied right now. I'm sorry. If it's any consolation, let me say that how things appear on the surface, perhaps you'll feel better if you focus on the fact you have a special line of communication with...
okay?
No, or not yet.
Well, that's not ominous at all.
Not for the time being. Just think of this as a general check-in to make sure this communication system is still running...
You could have just said so. Still, the best friendships are built through... It's never gonna stop being weird having tea with you when you're not there and just...
All right, fair point. I'll bear that in mind for next time.
Yeah. And if...
Alice just informed me that they had their work cut out for them. And now everyone's thoroughly exhausted. The disruption caused by this disaster has made Tevat easier to detect from the outside universe. She plans to wait for things to stabilize, then reschedule her Mondstadt vacation plans. As for me, I agree with Hat Guy's perspective. This is a time when many new variables are emerging, and we have to remain vigilant and ensure that I did notice that the energy in Nodcry changed somewhat after the War of Funerary Flame. But since it was still aligned with the light realm, it looks like I'll have to examine the connections, but just doing my duty. It's more or less second nature by now. Of course. To give you the full picture, I'd have to start with the Never mind. Paimon's right. Showing off my knowledge would be much more satisfying. By the way, you did receive the gifts from the Hexen Circle, yes? They're quite similar to the protective talisman that Alice gave Dor.
Oh! So that's what kept our friends safe when Dotori trapped them.
Indeed. We went to great lengths to make sure they were invisible to his eye. I'm so happy they came in handy. Still not fishing anyway. I'll contact you if anything else crops up. My angelic, you should head to the docks next. Your friends are about to board their ship home.
You're here.
You're here too, Hat Guy. Are you heading back together?
No, I'm bound for Sumeru, and she for Fontaine. We just happened to cross paths at the harbor. Everything seems fine. Sandroni may have an abominable temper, but she's always been very...
You always speak as if you know us inside out, Mr. Hat Guy.
Maybe I'm just a good judge of character.
I certainly hope that's all that. Regardless, you have been a significant help in this matter. For that, you have my gratitude.
I didn't do anything special. Sandrone's the one who completed a seemingly impossible formula and turned the tide of the entire battle, even giving her life in the process.
Even we were unaware that Sandrone had hidden the real formula inside Polonia's body. She managed to fool Dottore into thinking the formula was running in her system by installing an identical-looking decoy with it.
She probably realized that she didn't have the strength to stop Dottore. She always worked like that.
Well, that's why I'm traveling to Fontaine. She made a request of me long ago, and she said that should she ever fail in a mission, she'd like me to deliver her core and Polonia's to the Fontaine Research Institute. She also mentioned that she had made arrangements for people that some of her personal effects, such as her notes, were left to me. I've decided to take them back to the House of the Hearth. However, there is one book among them that I'd like to leave in your care. I'll have someone deliver it to your residence at the No. I was specifically warned not to tell her. This is her last wish, and I will abide by it. I can only hope so, but none of us here can know for certain. I bade farewell to Columbina earlier today. As promised, she turned the iridescent moon's marrow over to me. She spent a long time with Sandrone's body, saying her goodbyes.
Oh, is she alright?
Sandrone's passing has left a great wound in all of our hearts. But Columbina surprised me. She offered me some words of comfort before I departed. She never used to act like this. Clearly, she has grown. And I suspect that we have you to thank for much of the... After these recent events, the Tsaritsa has revoked the Pale Star Edict. Snezhnaya now realizes that the arrest warrant for Columbina was just a ploy by Dottore, who coveted her powers. I shall return to Nodcry to see her as soon as I find the time. I hope that from now on, she too will explore more. Columbina Hyposelenia's journey is only beginning. My ship is here. Traveler, Paimon, we shall meet again. You too, Hat Guy.
What are you still bumming around for? I thought today was the day you'd agreed with her to go You're afraid you won't like the truth when you see it. Well, this is new. I was starting...
Don't say that! Wouldn't you be if you were in this situation?
Fair point. But I'd say I have more experience facing up to unpleasant truths than the Traveler. They say blood's thicker than water. I know how much you need your family back. More than you need any of your friends. No matter what the truth turns out to be, they will stick by you and support you. Finding the truth is important. But more important still is what, at least, that's the life lesson I've learned from my experience. What? Now that Dottore's dead and gone? A little. Maybe I regret not getting to end his life with my own hands. Or maybe it's something else. Either way, I'm going back to Sumeru. Lesser Lord Kusanali is gonna need help dealing with all the chaos Dottore left in his wake. You should continue with your journey, as you've always done. Who knows? Maybe we'll meet again someplace else.
So, what should we do now? If you want it, after all, when Columbina said she knew where your ship was hidden, Paimon promised to give you two some alone time with the... It hasn't been all that long since we were last apart, sure, but... Ain't no biggie. Paimon, Paimon's sure you'd prefer to digest the news about your sister in peace. But, no matter what you see, just know you can share it with Paimon. If you can't make sense of something, let's give it some thought together. And even if we both can't figure it out, Paimon can at least treat you to a nice meal. Feel better now? Alrighty. Next up, time to meet with Columbina. Columbina, we're here! Can't can't quite believe we're meeting out here. We're gotten used to walking.
Well, you're still welcome to go there whenever. It's just, now that it's all over, I've decided to make some changes. The older generation are still timid around me. They don't dare get too close, and they bow their heads when I walk by. But things are much better with the children. I see more curiosity in their eyes. Hopefully, by the time the next moon prayer night comes around, I can enjoy the festival with them as myself.
You'll do fine, Columbina. Paimon's sure they'll realize you're.
You really think so? When we first met, you thought I was a little up in the clouds.
We were just starting out then, come on!
I'm only teasing. I know that I have you to thank for pulling me back down to solid ground. It feels good to finally stand firm on the earth where I was born.
Oh, that's great!
Thank you. I'll make sure not to lose it this time. Well then, are you ready?
Lumine, what happened to our spaceship back then? It's time to learn the truth at last. Ready as I'll ever be.
Good. Then let me open the way for you.
Where does this lead?
To our shared destination.
Huh?
Do you remember me telling you about my missing prologue back when we just met? I said that my story began on the moon. But while I was inside the moon's reflection, I realized that my prologue was really hidden in the future. The story of the time before I was born was in fact the story. But when I obtained the Trilunar Authority and returned to our present reality...
So you mean...
Yes, your spaceship. All this time, it has been hidden on the Frost Moon, the great ruler of the firmament, the heavenly principles.
Wait, them? Why would they do that?
I don't know. Perhaps your ship contains something that is incompatible with Oh, did I pick a bad time to say this? Maybe I should have waited until you were on the moon, with no chance to...
That would have been kind of mean, you know.
Take me there.
Oh?
Whatever is hiding in that ship, it belongs to me and Lumine. No one else has the right to decide whether I should or shouldn't know about it. Not even the heavenly principles.
Very well.
You two take care, alright?
Rest assured, Paimon. We will. Thinking about the story that we'll find hidden on the moon?
Yes. And hoping that it has a happy ending.
Stories like that don't exist, you know?
You don't believe in...
I don't believe in endings.
Where am I?
This is the pathway I built between Teyvat and the Frost Moon. The moon is very far away from us, so it could be a long journey. After I obtained the Trilunar Authority, I unwittingly saw past events from many of my friends' lives. One was Lauma. She was so young when they chose her to be the Moon Chanter. From then on, the Frost Moon Scions looked to her to bring messages from their goddess. But, for better or worse, I had left Hisi Island before she was ever born. It was not until much, much later that she met me.
I think it's for the best. Because of the way things turned out, you had the opportunity to become friends.
You're right. In that sense, I think we were both very lucky. Oh, and about that mage, Nicole. I only recently learned that she has lived in Teyvat since the time of the Three Moon Sisters. The moon goddesses always had a good relationship with the angels.
I suppose our friendship continues that tradition. And then there's Sandrone. I never knew that much about her, beyond the fact that she was created by someone called the Lord Artificer. She, too, suffered for a long time before joining the Fatui. How I wish I could talk to her again, even if only to hear her say nasty things to me. Also, I saw your sibling's story. I'm afraid I didn't see much. It seems that she rarely came to the surface, where the moonlight shines. But I did notice that back when you first set out on your journey, she would often appear nearby, gazing at you from afar with a guilty look in her eyes.
Lumine.
Let us speak no more of the past. I probably shouldn't reveal so much about my friends. It's not my place. Let the moonlight carry us forth. We are very close now. After this, I'd like to bring some Kuhenki to the moon as well. If they're willing, of course.
What about your other friends? Will you bring them to visit too?
Certainly. But I'll need to tidy the place up first. This home hasn't received any guests in a long, long time. I remember writing something similar with you on Moon Prayer Night. I believe it was called...
Dodoko's whirligig.
Yes, that was it. You asked me if I was afraid to return to the moon, and I said that I was. The idea that I had gained something precious, only to lose it so quickly. That frightened me. But I'm not afraid anymore. Besides, this time, we're traveling together. We're here. Over there.
Our spaceship.
It's huge. I suppose that the moon is the only place one could hide it. It'll be alright.
Huh?
The way you feel in this moment, I went through it too, on Moon Prayer Night. Solitude for me once meant living a life in which even I was absent. Before I met you, but that night, solitude meant throwing...
Columbina.
Go. Retrieve the part of your life that was once lost. Trust me, you will lose nothing by doing so. Look, Tevat is right there. All of our friends are down there, waiting for us.
You're right. Thanks, Columbina.
Finished?
Yeah. Why did you take your eye mask off?
Well, since my return. Besides, I've always wondered how Tevat looks from the moon.
And what do you think?
It's beautiful. I could spend a whole day here just gazing at it. What about you? What do you think of the truth you found? I haven't looked at another person's expression in a long time, but...
Keep this up, and it won't be long before you give Nefer a run for...
Oh, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm much more used to sensing what's going on around me with Kuvaki.
I read the spaceship's flight logs. I always assumed that this was my first time in Tevat. I thought that Lumine and I must have been hibernating in space for centuries on end. But the logs show that our spaceship flew over the skies of Tevat once before. A long, long time ago.
Flew over? So you didn't land?
No, the ship barely came to a stop before flying on again. After that, it continued traveling through space for a long time. Some of the data is corrupted, but I suspect that it kept flying for thousands of years. It was only after that that the ship made a forced landing in Nodcry. When Lumine found me, she came from outside the ship. Could this mean that she left the ship long before I did? Maybe even during our first pass over Tevat.
Are you alright?
Yes, I can feel that the truth is coming together, one small piece at a time. I remember Lumine telling me that when she first arrived in Conria, she could not recall the past. So this might be something that even she doesn't know.
Here, I made some space for you. Your mind must be racing.
Oh, wait, there's one more thing.
What is it?
Wait here a moment. Hey, Columbina.
Is that a new outfit?
An old one, technically. It's been in a cabinet inside the ship this whole time. It's a matching pair with Lumine's. She always liked this set more.
Huh. I don't think...
Really?
Yes. It's still the same you. You're the same person, no matter what clothes you wear.
Only Columbina would make an observation like that.
Traveler, do you consider Tevat your home?
Home is wherever Lumine is. Yes, I'd say it's my home.
Would you change your answer if Tevat changed appearance? I mean, if the truth about Tevat turned out to be different than what you...
I don't know, but I don't think so. The truth is not what matters most to me about Tevat.
When I was first born, I longed for a home. And when you get something before you're mature enough to understand the world, you just take it at face value. I thought that a home was a transaction. You give me what I want, but you and your friends tell me what a true home should look like. You never asked for anything.
That's because your friendship matters to us.
In the past, I thought that my birth in Nodcry must have been a mistake. But after journeying to the distant past where the story began, I realized that it was I who chose Nodcry to be my future home. Now, I am glad that I made that choice.
I'm sure your friends are just as glad.
In fact, I intend to make the same choice today as I did back then.
What do you mean?
Well, I've given the Eternal Moon's Marrow to Lauma, and the Iridescent Moon's Marrow to Arlecchino, and now I shall return my Kuvagi to Nodcry again, that it may continue to protect my chosen home.
Wait, but what about your body?
Oh, are you worried that I'll disappear again? I won't. Not this time. The Frost Moon has now entered the fall sky, and I am the Trilune Goddess. I am only returning to Nodcry the part of me that it needs. I am giving what I can. Oh, and I have something for you, too.
For me?
Yes. Come closer.
What was that?
I lifted some of the restrictions this world placed on you. I trust this will help in your future adventures.
My power. It feels like it's grown. I can use the elements more freely now. Thank you. This will be a great help.
You're welcome. I see you as family, and after everything you've done for me, In fact, here. This flower is for you.
Isn't this a moon prayer blossom?
Yes. Don't worry. You won't. I'm finally discovering the joy of giving.
Hey, better late than never. What are you thinking about now?
Why don't you take a guess?
I don't think I'll get it in one guess. But I'm sure it's a happy thought.
That's kind of a sneaky answer. Down into that, the moon seems so far away. But on the moon, everything feels so close by. The haze that once enshrouded the skies has finally been dispersed. I don't have a lot of luggage, but I do have a lot.
Well, what's next?
Next, to start with, I want to stay here just a little longer. After that, let's return home and continue our journey.
These clothes bring back so many memories.
The journey goes on. Like I said, this is not the end. I don't believe there has to be an ending. Oh, is that your next destination? Most people would probably tell you to pack some warm clothes. In fact, it is home to quite a wondrous heat source. I think they call it Kreshnik's torch. Every city in Snezhnaya, I sensed the energy it gave off as I was passing by on a railway I also recommend the Korolievsky troupe in Snezhnograd. They give performances quite regularly, and entry was free for harbingers. I liked them a lot. Ice cold and sharp. Crystal clear in some ways, yet profoundly unfathomable in others. Like the thick layer of ice on top of a frozen lake. That's just the impression that Tsaritsa gives me. I was never able to glimpse what truly lies beneath that icy exterior. In fact, I don't think the people of Snezhnaya even know what kind of power their god wields. Maybe that's because the Tsaritsa herself has never acknowledged, nor accepted that power. There's Regrator, the Rooster, and the Jester. Between them, they control a lot of what happens in Snezhnaya. But I could never wrap my head around how exactly power is split between them. I noticed that the Rooster and Regrator often appeared to get along on the surface, while working against each other in secret. But I wasn't particularly interested, so I tended to keep my distance. Now that I think about it, the term Mistelton often seemed to come up in connection with Project Stuja. Once things settle down in Nodcry, I'd like to explore the world beyond Snezhnaya. You've told me so many stories about the other places you've been to, and all the friends you've made there. It would also help me learn more about the journey that has made you into the person you are today. Okay. As you continue on your journey, don't forget to gaze up at the moon once in a while. It shall cast down its true moonlight. The journey goes on, like I said. Okay, it shall cast...
To Jean, acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. This preamble is such a pain to write. It's probably high time we got rid of this acting business. I trust that Dern has updated you all on recent... The good news is, we managed to come together and put a stop to the Doctor's evil schemes. With that, as for the Fatui, not counting the Damselette, aka the Moon Goddess, who has left their organization, we found ourselves allied in this instance with both the Knave and Marionette. May she rest in peace. As ever, we find ourselves better off for making friends rather than enemies. But until we can ascertain the Tsaritsa's truth in a short while... Wait, how am I meant to surprise everyone if I tell them in the letter that I'm heading home? Okay, got it. I will begin sending the expeditionary team back home in waves. I hope they won't gloss over the details of my many heroic deeds. But if they do, I'm sure it'll be because they're just too exhausted for. I think of Mondstadt daily. Please give everyone. P.S. The honorary knight went above and beyond this time. Are there any other honors we can give him? I'll leave it P.P.S. Please be extra nice to Klee for the foreseeable future. I cashed in on the last favor that the Hexen Circle owed us, so we need to earn some more goodwill. If there's any serious problems, whew. And that, as they say, is all she wrote. And with the moon shining down brighter than ever, I think everyone is going to sleep well tonight.
I heard Aunt Alice tell a very scary and painful story. Fair warning, Paimon, you should steel yourself before deciding whether...
With the marrow of the three moons in my hand.
A dash of frosting!
All spawns fall!
Let my name echo in song! Game's up. Fun's over. But the truth...
Nothing.
Oh no. I never thought those out!
Good. I'm still collecting data. Pathetic.
Yoo-hoo! Time to shine! A little elusive! Quiet now. Things are about to get dicey. The pinnacle of excellence! Nice.
Excellent. You barely managed to touch my level.
Strike a pop! A dash of frosting! Gotcha! Busted! Here comes the cash! Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song! Off to the freezer!
wallow in this rotten, decaying what?